It's not every day that you get to play a character so different from what your personality, whether it's on screen or off screen is.
कट होने के बाद वो मुंह बनाएगा, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे चॉकलेट चाहिए, मुझे very teeny नखराज, okay, जो घर पे बच्चे comical nervous situation because the minute I saw Kunal Kemmu, मुझे वो ढोल का डायलॉग याद आ रहा था. When I saw Kunal Kemmu on set, he was this. Abhay.
All right. So, hi Tanuj, hi Divya. Welcome to ETimes. It's a pleasure to have you here, man.
It's a pleasure to be here once again. Always a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much, Imran. And I'm pretty excited. ETimes has always been very kind to me and very nice.
We are kind people. We are very kind people.
Nice.
All right. So let's start. Let's start with the good news. Okay. ABHAY season 3 is just around the corner. I saw the trailer. I saw the glimpses of it. I must say it really took up a notch and the show is going on some other level right now. I want to know, it's really exciting. Yeah, come on. I know that. Tell me how excited are you for this one and what can we expect? Let's start simple.
Can you not see our faces right now? We are super excited.
Our jaws hurt when we talk about it.
It's, Imran, it's so awesome to be part of an already established super hit franchise like ABHAY. I believe it was one of the first psychological crime thrillers to grace our OTT platforms here, and ZEE5 has just had so much faith in this show season after season. I've also seen the first 2 seasons, been a massive fan. So when I got a call, and I'm going to come to a call because I didn't get a call just from ZEE5. I got a call from Divya, okay? And that call changed my life. ZEE5 calls me. I couldn't do the show. There were some date issues. Divya calls me. She's like, we're doing the show. I don't give a peep. And I'm like, yeah, whatever you say, done. So,
Harleen and Kabir in a nutshell. That was Harleen and Kabir in a nutshell.
So yeah, exactly. So we're just really excited to be part of this amazing, twisted, dark, morbid world of ABHAY. It's not every day that you get to play a character so different from what your personality, whether it's on screen or off screen is. I've been known to kind of be a bunch of different characters, but never in this milieu. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
That's nice. Divya, how about you? I see the excitement on you. I just want to know what can we expect from you in this one.
As I said, that we were super happy that we're doing this together. Number one, this was the biggest thing. Like when I got a call for ABHAY 3, I was like, okay, this character is about influencers and the dark side of the influencers and killers and blah, blah, blah. And somewhere I am an influencer, you could call partial influencer, where I thought that, okay, this would be an interesting shade. People would want to see, that influencer who's so chirpy, she's playful, she's running around everywhere in her real life. What if such kind of an influencer with that face is being picked for Harleen, and then Harleen is all crazy and psyched in the head? I think that was a very wicked idea, and I was talking to the casting director, Kunal M. Shah. He casted me, and I was talking to the casting director. I'm like, whom are you thinking for the male influencer, like the lead male? And Kunal said, we are trying for Tanuj Virwani, but let's see, his dates are not so free. It's all pricey and all. And I'm like, Tanuj.
I'm not being pricey.
So 1 second, and then I just texted Tanuj. I'm like, hello, ABHAY 3, we are doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you are the Harleen. Oh, if you are the Harleen, okay. And then I don't know how magically, everything was said. I know his crew very well. Like I know his management team very well. We've also worked together. So,
yeah.
Divya, the schedule just got dropped, and Tanuj is free for at least 3 days to start off with ABHAY, and I'm like,
this was freaking destined to happen.
You have to tell us this story. Okay, what's all this date ka lafda here? Just tell me.
So basically, I was shooting for a film in Banaras, and let's just say a couple of people tested positive and they couldn't shoot anymore. So their loss was again. I know, so it's a horrible thing to be happy about, but I really wanted to do ABHAY. Okay, so yeah.
So stars align, everything aligns when you want to do something.
Yes,
right?
yes, you could say that. Yeah.
Yep. But it's a psychological thriller, right? We all know in the psychological thriller, every character has some shades of grey in that. I want to know, to play such character, do you have to accept the character, or you just play it as a character and you don't have to be like coming towards it or even care for the character?
I think my answer would be somewhere between accepting the character and just playing the character. You have to surrender to the character, and you have to be like, okay, this is the character, this is acting, this is real life, this is who Tanuj is, this is who Kabir is. And I will not judge any of his deeds. I will not judge any of his words, because I am freaking blessed to get the opportunity to play these multitude of crazy ass characters, which and do stuff that I would never do in real life. And I think that is the greatest kick of being an actor. And I also have to state that Divya is perhaps my first female co-star with whom I'm getting the opportunity to work with for the second time, and not as the same character on in the same show. Of course, if you're doing multiple seasons of a show, you will come across each other again. But in such a short period of time, I think we shot Cartel in end of 2020, beginning 2021. Now we shot for ABHAY towards the end of 2021. So within one calendar year, to get to be with this awesome girl and play this completely different character, her playing a different character, the character dynamics are completely different, was amazing. It was a very, very unique experience for me to kind of like go through as an actor. So yeah, very excited.
Fair enough. Divya, how about you?
For me, honestly, playing Harleen was for me any character in my head when I'm offered a role. I only think of, okay, I need to have a personality, like it's like a clone. I transform myself into being a clone, and then once I learn about the character, I keep adding these shades of, okay, some this character needs this character needs this, and I would like to experiment. It's like my little science lab in my head where I would experiment with that subject, and it just becomes interesting, and I just want to grow into it. Now I don't care how crazy it gets, I don't care how negative it gets or how positive it gets. For me, that's my project, that's my baby. So I try and fill in all those things and characteristics. So Harleen is like that alter ego that I never want to become.
All right.
It worked in an opposite way. Like as an influencer, Harleen influencer, I was like, hey, this is that alter ego which I never want to become, or probably never want to even think about. So my mind acts accordingly like that. I don't know. Would people call me bipolar after this?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
I think we should call you a very good actor.
We have to agree. All actors and performers are crazy somewhere in the head. That's how the work gets done.
Thank you, Imran.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's extremely kind of you. Yeah.
I know that's how it works there. Okay. But you guys are working for the second time together, like you've been saying, and I see that you guys admire each other. All right. I want to know, what is that one thing that you admire about each other and wish you had in you? Come on, tell me.
About Divya, most certainly the fact that she's a survivor, and she's gone through a lot of hardships in her career, in her life, but she does everything with a smile on her face, and I think that is the best outlook and attitude for anyone, actor or any walk of life, to have in life. Because life is never easy. It's going to throw a lot of stuff at you. Right. Sometimes you catch it, sometimes you duck, sometimes you take it on your chest, but you do it with a smile.
Right.
You never see anybody complaining when things are going great, but the moment the chips are down, everyone's like, oh, ye mere saath kyun ho raha hai? Why only me? La 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 la. Divya never does that. She's gone through a lot in her life, and if I wasn't such a dear friend of hers, she would not share it with me. I would have never known. But she does so with a smile, and I think that's what makes her so relatable to millions of people all over India and across the world. Yeah.
All right, that's a strong person.
I'm melting.
You have to come up with something better right now.
No, I don't have to come up with something better, because honestly, Tanuj, I've been into this industry since past 12 years, and it takes time for you to open up to somebody. It takes time for you to understand, because as we said, that we all are a little crazy in the head. That crazy, you have to choose your heart. You choose your heart. Like, okay, These are the kind of people I want to hang around. This is the intensity I want in my life. And I think Tanuj and I have that crazy intensity and the crazy understanding quotient that we are limitless. Like we both are really the male and the female version of each other. We have that bond that, you know, no matter what goes down, we have a lining understanding that yes, we are in it together, be it a project, be it real life, you know, we have a lot of discussions, we have a lot of journey to talk about. His journey is completely opposite of my journey, but you know, understanding from him how hard that can be is also something that I'm learning. And Tanuj's best part is that even though he comes with you know, this huge name and all of the status that he had before people recognized him as an actor, I think he's established himself very well as Tanuj Virwani, as somebody who is willing to perform, as somebody who's willing to take up anything to prove that yes, this is me, and I am here to prove myself. And he does it with so much ease, and he's effortless in it. You know, I've seen actors, they just give up on set, like हाँ यार हो गया ना 30 कितना 30 टेक लिया तूने 40 टेक लिया हो गया यार, इससे ज्यादा क्या करेगा. बट तनुज इज समथिंग लाइक 400 टेक के बाद, भले कट होने के बाद वो मुंह बनाएगा, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे चॉकलेट चाहिए, मुझे he will have very teeny meeny नखराज, okay, जो घर पे बच्चे. But then when he's at work, na, even if the director is asking him to do the take for the 500th time, he will do with the same enthusiasm and like, oh, ha, 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 ha. He does all this.
Oh God.
And then he just starts. So it really, that energy really emits on the set. And he's tired and everybody want to give up. And you know, there is a time when एक scene नहीं हो पाता है ना, मतलब एक कहीं अटक जाती है ना सुई, तो वो सबकी अटक जाती है. So it is very important for an actor to take the wheel and just, you know, you go with full throttle. So I think that he has. And अंदर भले कितना भी ये चिड़ा भला बुड़ा बुड़ा क्यों ना हो, make sure the energy is not spoiled around.
Oh, that's it. Okay, Tanuj, how much point do you want to give this answer?
100 on 10. Yeah, this is like this insane mutual admiration society between Divya and me, because we keep getting asked this question and we keep giving like these answers. But I know, but you know, like you know, after I answered, you told her, you know, Divya, how are you going to outdo his answer? And she doesn't need to outdo it, because I know when we both speak now, it comes from the heart. There's nothing to outdo only. Yaar. You know, like she'll tell me the same thing off camera also. I'll tell her the same thing off camera also. When we're chilling, partying, whatever we are doing, we speak like this only, you know.
Then I'm glad.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And our birthdays are quite near. Like my birthday is on the 4th December.
Yeah, and I'm 29 November. So yeah, Saggies love Saggies, bro.
All right, चलो सही, अच्छी बात है. Thank God I asked this question. काफी सारी चीजें निकल के आ गई flow में. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, आएंगी. That is so natural. People ask us to like, okay, bus.
Yeah.
All right, but we have to agree. You're working on this show. We have the likes of Kunal Kemmu, we have Vijay Raj sir, we have Vidya ma'am in this. Rahul Dev is also there. Tell me how it was to work around this talent house, ensemble, talented cast. What it brought out in you as an actor?
We have no idea because we didn't work with any of them.
But they are there for the part of the show, right?
You know, no, Imran, it's just the way the show is structured, right? Because there's so many. It's an ensemble star cast. There's so many villains, you know. So you could say in a way that Divya and me are part of the rogues gallery, that we are the villains of the week, you know. So we don't really come in contact with the other entities. But of course, I mean, don't feel too bad, because we do meet ABHAY at some point. I can't say when, why, how, but we do. So yeah.
So you make life of ABHAY very difficult, right?
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Divya, but you had a chance to work with Kunal, right? You said, and you were nervous on the set. I read somewhere. Why were you nervous?
Nervous in a way. It was a very comical, nervous situation, because the minute I saw Kunal Kemmu, मुझे वो ढोल का डायलॉग याद आ रहा था, मार, and I couldn't stop myself thinking about it. And I'm a big Bollywood freak. Okay, I like, probably I can spend an entire day by just talking, like only spitting out dialogues.
Me too.
And it can like, as पूरी conversation होगी, वो सारे dialogues होंगे उसमें. So I am a big Bollywood freak, and Dhol is one of my favorite comic movies. Okay, like one of the finest comedies. I think Dhol was that, and Kunal Kemmu's character. And when I saw Kunal Kemmu on set, he was this Abhay. He was literally Ab, and it felt like interrogation. Like मतलब उन्होंने ऐसा कुछ इंटेंशन नहीं किया होगा, हम दोनों को बस लग ही रहा था, बिकॉज हम दोनों उस जोन में चले जाते हैं ना थोड़ा, तो स्क्रिप्ट सुबह सुबह 7 बजे हम लोग स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ के हैं, लेट्स गो एंड मीट कुणाल, लेट्स like sitting in the vanity like, so you guys had breakfast? अभी हाँ बोले ना बोले, मतलब क्या, it felt like interrogation and like
interrogation, yeah.
and in my head I'm like goti kalti maar, and it was very funny. And I've met Kunal earlier because of Run Vijay, and they are quite close. And I've met him once or twice like that, but it has always been like, Kunal Kemmu, very nice. But this time we're like working together, and there are scenes where, you know, I have to go against my will of behavior towards him, towards Tanuj or whatever. So it was like, he's a great actor. He's such a big actor. I just hope, you know, and then, you know, being the villains, being the young influencing villains, I didn't know how to take it. So it was like a mixed feeling. So nervousness uski thi कि यार एक thought आए ना दिमाग में, ये thought आ रहे हैं यार, हो गया बस. But then, like Kunal was very sweet. He made us feel very warm and comfortable around us. And then he was talking about his early experience of shooting up and how important, you know, this project is for him, how dear this project is to him. So that made us realize that, okay, we are coming into something really big and something very devotional. People are like, people working on Abhay's project, the entire crew, director, Kunal Kemmu himself. They are very emotionally, you know, devotional towards this project. So it felt like, oh, okay, Tanuj, kill karna padega.
Absolutely.
We went out of vanity. I'm like, you know, everything aside, we are going to kill this. Harleen and Kabir are going to be the next big thing.
All right, let's hope for that. But I wish you said that Goti Galti man. मुझे कितना अच्छा लगा.
I swear to God, I swear to God, abhi agar he'll meet me now the project is done, it's been shot, it's been done. Now if he meets me, I'll be like, Goti, Kalti, man, I want to tell this.
If you don't tell, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him. He's a very good friend of mine as well. I'm going to tell him.
Please convey this to him. That he could only think of Goti, Kalti, Mar.
All right. Okay, let's come to this as well. OTT has been boon for all of us, right? Young actors, young directors, everyone is coming and showcasing their talent over here. I want to know, see, the country is riding on the wave of cinema right now, right? We see a lot of content happening. Tell me how does it make you feel to ride this particular wave of cinema that's been happening in our industry right now?
I think it's a golden age to be an actor today. You know, because like we were speaking in an earlier interview, when we both joined the industry, there was film and then there was television, and there was
advertisement.
And there's a clear demarcation between both the sub industries, you know, within the bigger scheme of things. But now with OTT coming, it's acting like the Bandra sea link. It's like a nice bridge, you know. You've got people coming in from ads, you've got people from television, from film, from theater.
From
from social media. You look at so many of the successful shows. You look at something like a Scam. You look at something like a Sacred Games, Pata. Look at these shows. They don't necessarily. They have given birth to OTT stars, but they don't necessarily have actors who have already established or household names.
Right.
But because riding solely on the content, on the writing, and on the performances, they have really shown us the infinite capabilities and the abilities of the OTT space, you know. People ask me, oh, is cinema going to die as a result of this? Absolutely not. I feel cinema can never die because there is nothing that can replicate the big screen experience, what you see on a 70mm silver screen.
Nobody can.
Absolutely. Cinema is like an event. Cinema is a social activity. OTT platform, watching it on your tablet, on your computer, on your cell phone, whatever device you use, is more of an individualistic experience. So वो थोड़ा अलग हो जाता है.
Right.
But I think for actors, we are really lucking out because, I mean, you got to make hay while the sun shines. Who knows when trends change? You know, it's been an extremely unfortunate past couple of years with the pandemic and everything. But if there ever were a silver lining, it is this, that the OTT space has boomed even more because people could not go to the cinema. So cinema's loss was a massive gain for the OTT platforms, you know. So as actors, we have to be like, okay, fine. We need to know which side our bread is buttered, where our maximum, probabilities where we can actually like really cash in. And I think that's what Divya and me and countless other young actors like us are doing. Relatively young actors. Yeah.
With OTT, I think the palette has just gone wider. We have so many things and so much of content on OTT. And it's catering to every kind of targeted audience. It's catering to all kinds of audiences. I think as an actor, it is also a very nice way to, design your journey. Like for me, I have done 3 web shows. I don't know if we go a little back, I don't know if people would have trusted me with my art and craft back then for a big screen. We don't know. I don't know. But with web shows, people are seeing the progress. I am learning so much. If I compare myself from the first web show until now, there is definitely a huge change. There's definitely a huge growth. Right. So I think as an actor also, it's quite nice that you're dedicated to a project. You work for it for 3-4 months, and then it's out, and then you can see it. You've seen, and then there is another opportunity. You can just improve yourself, work on yourself. Films are very, very crazy. Like you see yourself on that big screen. You see yourself. Even the slightest of your face expression, the slightest of your body language, it's just the people, they catch up, right? So I think it's a learning process for me. I am taking it as something that, okay, if I have to reach the big screen, no matter what my age is at that time, no matter what kind of role that is, I don't know if it's a lead, it's a negative lead like ABHAY or anything like that. I know I'll be prepared by the time I'll reach there. I'll be more confident. So I think it's a very good learning process.
I mean, Imran, frankly, case in point, just look at Divya's trajectory in the last couple of years. That's what I was talking about.
We both got it right. I see all the young actors who's going to watch this interview.
I think she's a living example of the point that she's making right now, is that she's done 3 web series. Now, if you compare Ragini and a Cartel and an ABHAY, and then the 4th, which is all her reality television shows, Big Boss and everything else that she's done, because even there, she's in service of the personality, which is Divya Agarwal. So to the audience, that is also a character. So I look at it as 4 distinct characters. And look at, in the 90s, on the 2000s, I don't think an actress would have gotten these sort of opportunities. Hota hi nahi. We can say very rarely will you have a female-driven storyline. For the guys, it's still a little better. But OTT platforms and OTT space has been so wonderful for the women in our industry, for the actresses who are part of a fraternity. And it's because we can also be only as good as the landscape where we are allowed to play, na? Right. Now, if you give us one small garden, uske andar khilna padega. If you give us one massive Shivaji Park like area, then udhar khelenge. So yeah. And it makes, and the more acceptance we get from the audience and from the critics and vis-a-vis social media, you get a pulse of what the reaction is. The more ballsy we want to be, the more adventurous we want to be. Maybe 5 years back, Divya and me, if we were in the position where today, we would be like, I don't know, should we play a negative role? Does it affect the brand? Does it affect our standing? Today, we don't have to worry about that because we credit the audience with enough intelligence that they know what is real life, what is real life. They can tell the difference and they want to see us attempt different things.
Oh, at least I have made it very clear throughout my life. What is the difference in real Divya Agarwal and reality shows and in acting? So that was
Divya, remember, I think yesterday we were doing, Imran, just yesterday we were doing press and this is something I observed when we're shooting in Lucknow. We come out of the lift at the hotel, a couple of fans come, they go screaming to us, they come to Divya, oh my God, you're Divya, you played that character on this show, right? And inversely, they come to me, they're like, oh my God, you're Vayu Raghavan. I'm so sorry, we don't know your real name. You see? So they remember the faces, but because our journeys are so different, even though we're meeting somewhere in the middle, people identify us differently. And I find the entire thing extremely fascinating.
Fascinating, yeah, exactly. Because for me, I mean, it's like people have believed him as Vayu for so many years.
And that's such a compliment for an actor,
That's such a compliment for an actor to be known for your character. I mean, you've really made that impact that they're not able to digest your real name. I mean, seriously. And
अभी तो लोग जब भी मेरे पास आते ना दिव्या, and they're like, oh, why you? I'm like, why not?
Why not? Why not?
that's the pride an actor takes when
Yeah.
the character is on people's heads and in the heart. And for me that journey is fascinating. And for Tanuj, this journey is fascinating when people know like, okay, we have seen this, we have seen that, So like it's like the marking of the journey. People know they are marking my journey, and for Tanuj, it's like people have that mystery of what next. So it's very fascinating, and that's why our conversations are super, super long, because we have so much in common.
We can't give short answers. We don't believe in that.
I love long conversations. I love long conversation. I catch little things in that. I'm loving it. But I got your point on that. Divya, all the actors who are gonna watch this, Divya made a good point. Like, she had a career graph. Now she's grooming herself on OTT, and then she can take forward to cinema. All actors should take this as a learning, and use this as a platform and just explore yourself, and let's see what happens on the big screen, right?
Thank you, my man.
All right, but thank you so much for chatting with me, guys. That's my time. Best of luck. I'm looking forward to ABHAY. I'm looking forward to talk to you guys even more. Yeah?
And definitely to go and check the show out. We'd love to hear your feedback. It's going to be streaming on Z5 from the 8th of April, so please do check it out.
Amazing. It's streaming on Z5 on 8th of April. I want everyone to catch it because ABHAY is going to be amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Imran.
Cheers, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.